ice the cupcakes, vanilla frosting, green food coloring, make it green. These are Gameday Cupcakes. And then you take your sprinkles, green sprinkles, for this to look like grass, and you just lightly tap it on the sprinkles. Make sure you get up underneath, get all the cracks. Shake off, and there you have it. Grass cupcakes. Next will be the yard lines. When icing a bag, be sure to get the right tip. I'm using this tip. On the package it says it's used specifically for rose petals, but I'm going to use it to draw the lines and the numbers. Be sure to cut it not too much off the end of the bag. You don't want it to be too big, you much rather it be too small, so then when you put the tip down in the bag, you can adjust accordingly. I'm putting icing in the bag. You need to fold it over like so and clench the bottom, and then you just scoop with a spoon the icing into the bag. So we have icing in the bag. You can see why it's folded over, because it can get messy and you don't want that at the end where you're going to twist it shut. And when you hold the icing, putting it in the bag, be sure to hold it like this. Make that section of your hand where your pointer finger and thumb is. Hold it, use it as a base, or else this will tip over and you'll get icing everywhere. You can see the line that I made. My icing bag, you will twist it and then slowly squeeze it, because you do not want to squeeze it or twist it too much and have the icing squirt out. Be sure when you do this, you do it over a napkin or a paper towel, because some icing may possibly come out. But all you're going to do is just squeeze it and draw a line like so, and that will count as the yard line. And then you will take a smaller tip like that, or smaller, do the numbers, or you can use the smaller tip for the line and the numbers, or you can do whichever tip you would like to do. So that's it. You can also do it like so. If you prefer. Okay, now when doing the icing, be sure not to put a lot in the bag like I did on accident, because then you'll have to squeeze all the icing out if you want to reuse this bag, and you'll have to wash it out and change the tip and put the different tip in. So this is the lettering tip. It's just got like a, I guess you could say, a medium circular hole. And what you're going to do is you're going to pipe on the numbers at each yard line. So you're going to need to do 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. So it's very simple. Just squeeze like so. All of them will have zeros, and it's your decision on whether you want to do the numbers on one side or both. I will be doing both sides. There you see we have both sides. Here's the 20-yard line. All you do is you just turn the cupcake around and do the same thing on the other side. Very easy. You can use any size tip for this, but I suggest lettering tip circular. Now, one thing that will make putting the letters on easier and the lines is if you use fondant. The only problem with that is you have to know how to mix it and roll it out and, you know, form it, but it is easier because all you do is you get cookie cutter letters and numbers and you just cut it out and set it on top, and that's it. But you would have to know how to do that, and I don't know how to do that. I don't have the machine for it, so I decided to use icing and pipe it on. 3s are a little bit more tricky, just like 5s will be. Be sure that when you start a new number that their tip looks like this, that there is nothing sticking out. If you have icing sticking out, you take it over here and you wipe it off. Otherwise, you'll get that. It'll smush together and it won't really look very nice. And you can do your numbers however you want. I decided to try and keep them looking like how they do on the football field, but you can write your numbers however you feel like. It is entirely up to you. Let me tell you, with the number 5, the easiest way to do it so you don't get it looking like an S is when you pipe it on, keep touching it lightly as you go to the cupcake. Otherwise, it'll end up like that. It will end up like an S because it isn't sticking where you want it to. But you just lightly push it down as you are slowly squeezing the bag. And don't squeeze too hard or else it'll ooze out and you'll just get a mess and then you're done. Because these you cannot fix. You would have to remove the entire icing off of the cupcake and start over. Last thing you'll need after you're done doing everything is your little footballs. You can either make them out of chocolate and fudge, or you can buy these, which are like the crunchy candy decorations. They're just sugar. Or you can use candles, which is the recipe that I got for this requires. And one last thing, the cupcakes are chocolate. I use Devil's Food to look like dirt. Gold cupcake cups. I wanted brown, but they didn't have any, so gold works. Vanilla frosting, food color, green food coloring to make it green. Dipping it in green sprinkles to make it darker green, look like grass. Same vanilla frosting, but not colored, to do the numbers and the lines for it. But that should be it. This is your last thing to do unless you want to do something else. If you want to do a team, you can use a team. If you want to use the party sticks that are plastic, you can use those too. You can use anything that you want to decorate these.